Good morning, student. So we'll continue with the chapter Indigo. Day before yesterday, we completed with the first page, and today we would be dealing with the second page of Indigo. A recap of the first page. I told you as to how Rajkumar Shukla convinced Gandhiji to come to Champaran. Gandhiji finally decided that he would go to Champaran because he was so impressed by Shukla's determination that he told Shukla that he would be coming to Champaran. Okay, now reading the second page line by line for you people. Gandhiji told Shukla he had an appointment in Kanpur and also committed to go to the other part of India. Shukla followed him everywhere. Then Gandhiji returned to his ashram near Ahmedabad. Shukla followed him to his ashram for weeks. He never left Gandhiji's side. Fix a date, he begged. Impressed by the sharecropper tenacity and the story, Gandhiji said, I have to be in Calcutta on such and such date. So we completed till here, day before yesterday. Now coming to the next extract. Month passed, Shukla was sitting on the haunches at the appointment spot in Calcutta where Gandhiji arrived. He waited till Gandhiji was free. Then the two of them boarded a train for the city of Patna in Bihar. There, Shukla led him to a house of a lawyer named Rajendra Prasad, who later became the president of the Congress Party of India. So, instead of going straight away to Champaran, Gandhiji, along with Rajkumar Shukla, boarded a train and they came to Patna. And straight away, Shukla took him to Rajendra Prasad's house. He was a lawyer there. He was practicing there, and and Rajendra Prasad later on he became the president of India. Okay, Rajendra Prasad was out of the town, but the servant knew Shukla as a poor yeoman who pestered their master to help the Indigo sharecropper. So they let him stay on the ground with his companion Gandhiji, whom they took to be another peasant. But Gandhi was not permitted to draw water from the well, lest some drop from his bucket pollute the entire source. How did they know that he was not an untouchable? So when Gandhiji reached Rajendra Prasad house, though Rajendra Prasad was not at his place, the servant did not allow Gandhiji to drink the water from the well. Why? The first reason was Gandhiji had come along with Rajkumar Shukla, who was a farmer, and so the servant took him to be another farmer. He thought Gandhiji to be another farmer, and so Gandhiji was not permitted to drink water from the well because during those days, caste system and class system were at peak. Okay, this is clear. Okay, now coming to the next one, Gandhiji decided to go first to Muzaffarpur, which was on the road to Champaran, to obtain more complete information about the condition that Shukla was capable of imparting. He accordingly sent a telegram to Professor J.B. Kirblani of the Art College in Muzaffarpur, whom he had seen at the Tagore Shantiniketan school. So instead of going again straight away to Champaran, Gandhiji decided that he would go to Muzaffarpur. Why did he say that he would go to Muzaffarpur? Because Gandhiji always believed to have the first hand information. Gandhiji decided that he would get more information from Muzaffarpur because he wanted to hear the verdict of both the sides. Fine. Is this clear, student? So the question that come out from the second page is as follow. Kindly note it down. First question: How was Gandhiji treated at Rajendra Prasad's house? Fine. The answer is Gandhiji came along with Rajkumar Shukla, who was a farmer, to Rajendra Prasad's house. He was dressed very simply, so he was treated like an untouchable farmer by not being allowed to drink water from the well. Fine. The second question that come out to be is, why did Gandhiji decide to go to Muzaffarpur before going to Champaran? The answer is, Gandhiji decided to first go to Muzaffarpur because he wanted more information about the condition in Champaran than Shukla was capable of imparting. It did prove helpful as a lawyer in Muzaffarpur, who frequently represented the farmers group in the court, briefed Gandhiji about this case. Is this clear? The first, second page is clear to all the students. Okay, fine. Now coming to the next page. Okay. Okay, this one. Fine. Then Gandhiji, the train arrived at midnight, 15th April 1970. Kriplani was waiting at the station with a large body of students. Gandhiji stayed there for 2 days in the home of Professor Malkani, a teacher in the government school. It was an extraordinary thing those days. Underline this sentence. It was an extraordinary thing those days. Why was it an extraordinary thing those days? Why? Because Malkani was a government teacher, okay, and giving shelter to Gandhiji meant that he would be risking his service. Fine. So it was an extraordinary thing those days. Gandhiji commented, for a government professor to harbor a man like me in small locality, the Indians were afraid to show sympathy for the advocate of home rule. So the people, they were so very afraid that they did not even show sympathy to the people who were fighting against the Britishers. And Gandhiji was a big leader, and to accommodate and to give shelter to such a big leader was an extraordinary thing. Fine. And that is why Gandhiji said that it was an extraordinary thing those days to give him shelter. Fine. The news of Gandhiji's advent and of nature of his mission spread quickly through Muzaffarpur and to Champaran. Sharecroppers for Champaran began arriving on foot by the conveyance to see the champion. Muzaffarpur loyal called on Gandhiji to brief him. They frequently represented peasant group in the court. They told him about the case and reported the size of the fees. Okay, so the lawyers, they came to meet Gandhiji and they briefed Gandhiji about the case. Fine. And Gandhiji, okay, fine. Gandhiji, what did he say? Gandhiji chided the lawyers for collecting big fees from the sharecropper. He said, I have come to the conclusion that we should stop going to the law court. Taking such case to the court does little good. So Gandhiji was not happy when he heard that the lawyers, they take the money, and moreover they are going to the law court, because Gandhiji felt that taking the case to the law court would be of no use, and taking money from the farmer who themselves were fighting was not a good deal. Where the peasants were so crushed and fear-stricken, law court are useless. The real relief from them is to be free from fear. So what did Gandhiji feel? Gandhiji felt that the true fear would be to help them to come out from the fear. Fine. So the question that comes out to be is, how is Gandhiji critical of the loyal? Fine. Gandhiji was critical of Muzaffarpur loyal for charging a heavy fees from the sharecropper, as the farmer were cursed and fear-stricken, that going to the law court was useless. The real relief from them would be to make them free from fear. Is this clear? The second and third page is clear, students. So note down all the questions that I had given to you today, and tomorrow we'll continue with the same very topic, page number 4 of Indigo. Okay, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.